The new streaming service Quibi has had an uphill battle since it launched in April. Problems have been widely reported between its founder and entertainment heavyweight Jeffrey Katzenberg and CEO Meg Whitman. And the content just not drawing as much attention as many had hoped. Joining us now is our editor-at-large, Dan Roberts. Dan, what is going on with Quibi?
Well, it's everything, right, Alexis? I mean, what isn't a problem? You know, the latest reason we're talking about this again today is this Wall Street Journal story that really is about the problems between the two figureheads of this thing. As you said, Meg Whitman and Jeffrey Katzenberg. I don't think people saw that coming, that's yet another problem. But I don't think that's the key issue here. I mean, earlier, Jeffrey Katzenberg did an interview about 3 weeks ago that got roasted on the internet where he said, all of the problems are due to coronavirus. I blame it all on coronavirus. The truth lies somewhere in the middle. You can't blame just the pandemic, but it is true that the whole model here was on the go. It was videos for people to watch on their phone when they're on public transportation or in the bathroom, honestly, or standing in a line somewhere outside getting lunch. And during the pandemic, everyone is home and people are not watching things on their phones. They're watching sit-down, lay-back content on their couches on a full TV. So the pandemic didn't help, but I also think there was huge skepticism about Quibi before coronavirus ever came along. I mean, people said, wait a minute, do we need yet another streaming service with short little bites like this? And the amount of money that was spent on some of these shows was enormous. And now, you know, the number of downloads is very, very small. So I don't really see how they turn it around. And I think that now it looks to me already, maybe it's early to give the verdict, but it looks like a casualty of the spending bubble. You know, we talk about the streaming wars, but I always say I'm more interested in calling it a spending bubble because the streaming wars gave birth to rampant spending on things that were unproven.
And Dan, what also doesn't look well from numbers we can see, and frankly, it looks putrid, the number of paying subscribers. So do you think Quibi survives the next 12 months?
Yeah, the current pace is fewer than 2 million paying subscribers in its first year, which is paltry. Although, keep in mind here, the target that Quibi had set was 7 million. So yes, that's far more than 2 million, but you know, the bar was always set kind of low here, I think, by Quibi. They knew what they were up against. You couldn't count it out, but I think the biggest problem with the content, there's no must-see show right now. There's a lot of different stuff. Chrissy Teigen has something. There's a lot of celebrities. But, you know, Hulu had Handmaid's Tale. That got people to subscribe. Amazon Prime had Transparent, and then it had Marvelous Maid. And then that must shows, including Stranger Things. And before that, there was House of Cards. There's no one thing on Quibi that right now is compelling enough to make people pay up. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will. Definitely an uphill battle there for the new Quibi. Dan Roberts, thanks so much.